They do have quite a lot of meat on them, don't they? Under carry capacity, it shows if they actually can carry or not. Oh. Well, looks like we've got our mutton. Can carry, yes. Are the cows pack animals then? Aww. It's kind of a shame. I quite like having sheep. Free wool out of them. Well, sheep's wool, no less. Much as I would like to eat them, let's try and keep them around. And some visitors. Maybe they can trade with us. Packaged survival meals. You know, there's the thing. I can't just buy the food that I want. I can order a trader, have them come in with bulk goods. Jake, what's motivating you to move base? Wasn't here if you explained it earlier. Well, after all of this got burned down and ravaged, I want to move base so that I'm not tucked away in mountains, which is what we did here. And yes, I could rebuild, or yes, I could move in here, but my heart is on it. I want to move entirely. Also lets us build at something new. We've been staring at this for far too long. But I need to get rid of these prisoners first. But as soon as we do, I reckon we pack up and go. Of course, we need the food as well. To that extent, I should ask one of my allies to send over somebody that can trade with us. Inlia like us a lot. So call Inlia, say trade caravan, bulk goods, and they'll be here in a few days. That's nice. So many bugs. Why are the animals around there? Oh, right, because I made them unrestricted. Whereas what I really wanted them were dogs. Otherwise they're going to eat my food again. Specifically eat my pemmican. Fortunately, all this kibble should keep our dogs good for a wee while. Meaning I don't need to go travelling with the animals or the dogs or anything like that. And hopefully I have time to set up kibble production in the new place. Brute Queen can now freely use Call Trooper Squad. Great, because otherwise it costs. That hay situation's getting a little worrisome though. And this hay is nowhere near done, and that volcanic winter ain't stopping. It's been 18 days now. Why haven't the prisoners been awake in such a long time? Because I hacked off their legs. They can't move. You know, I had a thought. Why do I feel so constrained about not having hay in these situations? I could just have hay here, but not have the hydroponics. I can still have the heaters, I can still have the light. But I haven't been doing that. I should maybe fix that in the new place that we go to. They're plenty awake, but they probably wish they weren't. Yeah, that too. Oh, the visitors are leaving. I didn't even talk to them. Great host I am. Well, let's go and talk to you now. And say, yes, I want your packaged survival meals, please. Because they last forever. I'll pay you in drugs. Ambrosia drugs. Where are you from again? The Arena Soviet Union. In that case, maybe I can offer you a gift. How do they feel about us again? 39, which is quite a lot, but since they're here, I can freely give them stuff. And if I'm going to pack up and move soon anyway, it's a good way to get rid of big things that I don't want to take with me. Although they're not interested in a whole lot of stuff here. I can get rid of my garbage. That alpaca wool parka is worth keeping though. It's only a little worn and it's otherwise pretty good. Yeah, grenades. I don't want to have this wake up, so get away from me. Oh, I didn't say this was a gift. Ah, everything's reset. I can't help but feel that this interface could be improved somewhat. I always find it a real pain to navigate. No, I'm keeping that Psychite tea. Could still be good for me. I'm not giving you my gold. I like to keep that for the multi-analyzer that I will eventually need. But I can give you just a little bit more, then you'll get off my back. Take the wake up. There we go. Ah, great. The meat is here. Which means it's time to get cooking, TBW. Wow, Pemichem takes a while. Glad we researched Pemichem while our only researcher was still alive. Mad Caribou. This cost us some people before. Go get it killed. And then again, that might be a dangerous thing for Brute Queen to do alone. Yeah, it'll be fine. I've even lost sight of it. Where'd it go? Now we have this dead Muffaloo that's going to be there forever. That's not a problem if I'm moving. 5 more days, and then these prisoners are out of here. Yeah, it's becoming a bit of a problem that dogs keep eating this. Let's clear the dogs from being close to that. It goes off soon enough, but I'm sure it'll get cooked. Well, actually, it's becoming a problem in general. Let's just clear that and have it taken away elsewhere. Brute, I know it's the middle of the night, but would you mind? Wait, what did you just do? You didn't bring it here. Did you just pick it all up? That's quite funny. I'm sure she'll dump it later on. Jake, what is your list of must-take items beside the food that you can get together? Food, components, and steel, so that we can start building a base. That's the gist of it. Everything else of value can be shot over. Of course, we'll take beers and smokes in case mood is a big problem. And I will probably forget to, but I should try to make sure everybody has good clothes on before we go. Medicine, yep, and we don't have a lot of medicine left. We should make some more, but our good guy for putting medicine together is very dead. Arena, oh my, if the traders arrive, they're going to have a shootout. Can you take the throne? I should be able to take the throne. The throne weighs 40 kilograms, so I think I'll shoot it over in a transport pod. Brute Queen's gonna go ballistic about not having a throne in the new place. Maybe I should keep her here. But she's pretty bad with animals. Maybe I can leave 2 of them here and have 3 of them head off to the new place. TBW is a competent enough carpenter as it is. Brute's a lot better, but it's better than Brute heading off and just being ballistic. Advanced components to get the crafting started? Why? I don't have a use for advanced components right now. Are you taking the blocks? No. Oh, well, all these blocks, I would like to. It's probably worth making a load of these and shuttle over the pre-made blocks. They weigh 1 kilo each, so I can shove about 120 of them into a transport pod, which is probably worth it. I have the steel to make loads of these. And probably the fuel to send off most of it. When the bulk trader comes in, I'll buy up a lot of steel here as well, so I can make the pods to shoot them over. Seems like a waste of fuel given how easy they are to make, sure, but it's my main thing. It's not like they're being shot a very long way. And it's nice to have the material there initially. It's one less thing that we have to worry about when making all this other stuff. And we have a lot to worry about. Alright, now we're talking. That's a hefty amount of pemmican. It's not a long journey, so this should do us well. And there's yet more than can be made. We still have loads of horse meat. Great. That's why mums go to Iceland. I think even when I'm 70 years old and riddled with all that ails me, I'm still going to be making jokes about Iceland selling horse meat. I even mind eating horse meat. It's just kick them while they're down. How heavy is a bed? It's only 30 kilos. If I make some banging beds, I could ship them over. Rather than having to make that too. I think our people really appreciate having nice bedrooms to start them off when there. How heavy is a double bed though? 50 kilos. Probably not worth it then. Maybe it's better just to ship over the wood. Not that I'm drowning in wood, as in I have 60 wood and that's it. Wood is only 40 grams each. How much does it take to make a bed? 45. I think it's heavier than the goods used to make it. No, it's not Iceland the place, it's Iceland the shop. You can chop new wood really easily. Yeah. TBW is great with plants. You're great with plants, so yeah, we can chop down a lot of wood there. Don't need to worry about sending it over. What are you not doing, Zulandul? Well, you're not harvesting. I bet you're not harvesting because there's not a place for hops. No, that wouldn't make sense. This is a place for hops. So why are you not harvesting? Ah, nobody's harvesting because it got taken off. Right, you two get on the harvest then, please. I still want those beers, you know. Which means brewing still needs to be done. A lot of prio ones, but I'll sort out prio again later on. I'll definitely be shipping over all my artwork. That's too much time invested not to bring it over. And it's not that heavy. Even the big ones made of jade, not that heavy. I'm actually getting a bit excited about moving. The hay might not hold out so long, as in it's not holding out at all right now. And we are going to be going over when it's quite cold, because winter's coming to an end. Summer's coming to an end. Hopefully the hay will be ready for harvest before long. Oh, the tribute collector is here! I could sell off all these prisoners, oh well, maybe I can't sell them off because they're incapacitated. Fail the quest, but end up getting more out of them that way. It's a consideration when they get closer. Although they might need peg legs to be able to walk. If that's the case, I could try installing them. But yeah, I imagine they say immobile will not take. Was that really the best way to go, Brute? No, they'll only take gold here. And that won't improve anything. What a shame. Yeah, probably because these ones are incapped. Just a bunch of legless bodies dragging themselves to the slave caravan. I wish. Oh well, we still got plenty out of this, and it's only 4 days till they go away. Then it's time for the big move. TBW, Zolan, and Uglu. The real trailblazers in the RimWorld. They're the same faction too. Yeah, maybe that's the problem. A lot of the things that I've built up here, I won't be able to simply deconstruct and move. But plenty of things I can. Billiards table, poker table. This is a real problem with having the hydroponics right next to the door. Keeps jamming the door open. Ah, the dog is on the case though, picking it up. And Inlia's traders are here. Inlia, are you enemy of the Orange Dominion? You're not, so they will not fight. Be amazing if they did. What you got? Labradors. I want my cows and muffalos. Maybe it's a good idea to tame muffalos just to immediately sell them. They're easy enough to tame. They're interested in my kibble, but I don't want to sell it. Neither do I want to sell the pemmican, nor my package. So what do you have for me then? Lots of venison. Unfertilized duck eggs. Chem fuel. Nutramine. I like Nutramine. I'm starting to wonder why I even invited you over here. Like, I'm really wondering why I invited you over here now. Do you have any steel for me? Forgive me for expecting steel. There we go. Not a lot of steel, but enough. Get rid of this poor duster. 2 of them that I have. Devil Strand armchair. Not what I'm looking for either. You wanted to buy steel. Yeah, and I'm getting that steel. It wasn't a lot of it, but I can buy that straight up, but I'm wondering if I could give them something to offset that. Something that I won't need where I'm going. I want to keep my animals. I want to keep my meat, since I'm making pemmican still. I need that kibble to last me a while longer as well. I can get rid of the milk. It's got good value and I don't have a particularly large need for it. I need chem fuel, but I can make chem fuel. Nutramine is always tempting to buy up, but we have 94 of it. I couldn't imagine needing more of it. Sell some of the rice. You have lots. I like having lots of rice. That's not too much of it, and it barely sells for anything anyway. I could sell some of the excess skins, the ones I don't have a lot of, so that would be light leather, dog leather, plain leather, the blue fur, the heavy fur, even though it's good dosh, and the thrombo fur, just to lighten up the amount of different kinds of furs I have. Even bird skin, nobody likes bird skin. Pig skin, yeah, nah. I might just get rid of the lot of it, right? There's plenty of... I'll keep the wolf skin. I will get more of that down the line. I like bear skin. I like fox fur. Certainly like my human leather. Cheers. You have a lot of flake. Yes, I do. I could trade it for silver, but flake is also not very heavy, so I can just take it over with me. Also, are you sure we have lots of it? I only have 104 of it. Tch, no mass at all. Looking at it, that's not a lot of rice given the amount of people it has to feed. Part of me is thinking, why even walk over to where we're going? Why don't we just shoot ourselves over in these pods? There are 3 of us. We can fit in the transport pods with the goods, and others can make some more for us. Another thing is that it's really not that far to go, is it? If we were to go from here to here, how does this work? Click to enter planning mode. Alright. How do I plan, game? Where was I wanting to go, anyway? To there, right? It'll take a couple of days, but we could clear that instantly. And the animals can graze on the way. Weight would be the issue. Yeah, but we can just follow up with more transport pods. Lack of wood is a bit of an issue for making chem fuel, though. Let's and we will need chem fuel for sending more of these. So let us chop some wood while we can. Plenty of wood to be chopped, and plenty of people that are good at it. Maybe worth prepping a couple of escape pods for the 2 staying behind in case they have to make a hasty getaway. They'll be fine, they can call in support. We'll have Brute Queen, and we'll have Hot. I'm sure they can shoot down whatever's coming, and anything they can't, they can request allies. I'm more worried about the guys that arrive in the new place, because they won't have a comms unit. Comms unit takes what to build? Steel and components, so we should probably get power going pretty soon when we arrive there. For that we're going to need steel and components, and hopefully we find a geothermal generator that can keep the basics going to begin with. Yeah, I think we'll just shoot over the 3 that are going to go there. There's 150 kilo capacity on these, so we can send them over the bare minimum at least. New colony won't have anyone to hunt. All 3 use melee. Not sure if that'll matter or not. We can still melee our enemies to death, and I'll send over enough food to keep them going to begin with. Because this way the Pemichem can last them really well to begin with. It's like 70 meals right there. That's 35 days for 1 person, so about 10 days for 3. That should be plenty of time to get food up and running, especially if I send over steel and other supplies. Should you scout the area first? Make sure there's thermal. Man, so full of worry. Of course there'll be geothermal. Besides, I don't like to scout. I like to jump on in there, and whatever we get is whatever we get. Anybody should be making wort. Brewing includes making wort, right? Or is that a cooking's thing? Zul and Zul, why are you not making the wort? And why is this not full of hops? Probably because I took that away thinking I wouldn't be doing it anymore. I think that's why, because your range is really short, so that needs to be full of hops first. But when it is, that's what Zul and Zul will do. Damn, cooking takes a while, especially when you're not that good at it. I don't think you get sick from eating pemmican, though. I could well be wrong. I likely am. Excellent, there we go. Finally, some more beer. This is what the whole colony's been needing. I'm sure there were people watching our colony burn down earlier thinking that's it, that's the end. And to be fair, all but one of us were downed. But we've been in worse before. I'm not sure the previous situation was worse. That was probably the worst. Sorry, the Pemmican just has to keep us alive for a short while. Similarly, I'd like some extra rice to keep us going. I think it'll be better, says Brute. Abandoning this colony means wealth reduction, and more importantly, away from the bugs. I think it's just nice to have a new adventure. We've grown too familiar and too decadent with what we have here. We need to burn it down and start anew. Well, it certainly got burned down. Psychoid leaves are still here. We need to make more flake. But who's actually on the drugs making? Nobody. And it's an intelligence skill. Nobody has intelligence. Does it have a requirement, actually? No, it doesn't appear to. So once you're done with everything else, Zulunzul, if you could also make the drugs. Means you're never going to go and do the other stuff, but that's okay. They're learning how to cook again by making the drugs. Looking forward not to having to look after all these prisoners as well. I mean, there's the one that we baked alive. And finally we're over him. Where's the one for filling up the... Yeah, filling fermenting barrels is what you should do once you're done with that. And damn, we have a lot of hops. You're going to be busy with that for a while. Maybe I could temporarily suspend this so you fill up. That's more like it. Nearly every colonist's death has resulted from, directly or indirectly, an infestation or exploding mortar shells. I think that is quite literally all of them. As in all of the deaths. Also, you are going here to haul this, right? Oh, seems like Uglu is. Works for me. It's good to see TBW be super useful. I never imagined he'd be so good for the colony. Jeez, I mean, he's a little beaten up, but he'll be okay. Fire. Fire. Don't let him through. Look, we know what's going to happen there. Get that dealt with. Huh. Izzy is crash landing from Inlia. Who are you? How are you? Well, you're almost dead. You're an addict. You got a cut torso. You have something bad in the kidneys. I don't know exactly what. And you're still not good at crafting. Gosh darn. Is anybody close enough to save you? It looks like no. TBW's just gonna crack open another cold one, I see. Alright, I think you guys are fine there. Brute, if you wouldn't mind saving Izzy. We'll take care of them, it's no big deal. Just a bit of rest and a bit of feeding. Jake, carcinoma is cancer. But their clothes aren't cancerous. Nah, we'll leave them be. We'll rescue them, we'll make them all better, and then we'll send them back to Inlia for a relations boost. Calling in the colony for trading cost a bit. One thing I like about having people around here in chat is you know a lot of things between you. I would have never known that's cancer, even though I've probably been told that before. Man, TBW is competent. Two more days. We'll get rid of these guys, and then it's time to... Oh, Shilui gave birth. We're short on names for all these creatures. And, see, this is the problem I was talking about, which is why I keep my colony so small. How am I meant to know and care about all these things? Which is why it's good they're animals rather than creatures, because then I don't have to care so much. But, for me that does really nail the point home. So I've got two wolf puppies, a couple of ewes and a ram, and 4 buffamoos. Now, which does mean they need to be told where to go. Dog. Oh, okay, they inherit the dog thing, and the other ones are all barn animals. Good. These guys aren't getting too hungry, are they? No, it seems like there's plenty for them to eat out there for now, but it won't be that case forever. In fact, the lack of hay is really concerning. I hope this stuff gets grown before we completely migrate. Still, I got distracted once again. Puppies. Who wants to be a puppy or one of the other creatures? Can you name a lizard? Well, I think you can get lizards in this, but we don't have any around here. We're going to call this one Curifin. We're going to find the other puppy. And this one can be Space Lizard. And I can also spell lizard better. The other animals, screw naming them. Too many, be here forever. Plus they have to prove themselves before they can get names. Prove themselves by living. Alright, a couple more days, ship all these guys off, and then we ship our 3 trailblazers out to see what is out there. Which means Brute Queen and Hot. They're probably going to end up hating each other by the end of it all. I should definitely prepare stuff that goes out with them, but I won't need wood, and the wood can make beds, so that is all okay. And anything that they desperately need we can bring in more later, and I will shove them full of pemmican so they can eat while they're there. As long as they have food, quickly make beds, and I'll send them in the morning so that they can spend the whole day building up a place to live. We should be okay. Hot tried to flirt with Ooglu by telling a tale about computer games. Ooglu became aroused and became Hot's lover. They now wish to sleep together. Consider assigning them a double bed. There's a minor problem with that. Well, they're both about to move, so I guess it's no big deal. Rebuffed by TBW. I want to sleep with Ooglu. It's all very cute, I'm sure. Okay, how about we uninstall this good bed, we reinstall that over there, and then we'll give you a double bed here. Hop. Build a copy. There you go. Jake, break down a wall. I could, but I won't. Ooglu rises to challenges now. Even better builder. Right. Hot and Ooglu. There you go. You can sleep together now. And then you should no longer be unhappy at not sleeping with your partner. My friend Aristo died. I know, it's terrible. Oh, you were previously rebuffed by Hot. But you kept in there. Oh, congratulations. You can also ship bed. I could, but we'll go there and we'll cut down trees. Intense pain. Awful meal. That's fine. You'll be out of here soon enough. And good, I wouldn't want you because I just can't find someone that can craft. I think the pawns we have are pretty good. Brood Queen's great. Great traits. Good at shooting and construction. That's what we need. And backup med there as well as good art. TBW, tremendously good doctor. And he used to be garbage. He got good by performing things that certainly go against some acts. And he's great with the plants. In fact, he's pretty great across the board here. Just can't do intellectual. Again, great with animals. Good enough with plants. Great with plants and animals. Great with construction melee. But we're seriously lacking intellect and crafting. I don't care about cooking because as long as I can cook drugs, we're all good. And you can't fail at cooking drugs. How are these bedrooms anyway? Dull, awful, 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 dull, dull. Okay, Oogly is sitting around with nothing to do. It's not all bad, but... Okay, good. We should have some rice soon enough, because my rice amount is going way down. Who are those people that are sleeping that are not your colony? There's some prisoners that I'm looking after. I will be shipping them off in 2 days. So I just need to keep them fed and alive during that time. One of them had a heart attack. All of them have lost both of their legs in a freak accident. That's about all I got for now. Right, the wood situation is alright. Seems like I have decent chem fuel too. It shouldn't cost a lot to send these guys packing. I don't know if Pemichem goes off when it's inside these. Does anybody know? Well, Pemichem barely goes off anyway, so why don't we say... Okay, Pemichem barely takes anything. So for now, we're going to shove 200 Pemichem into them. One of them should definitely get a bunch of components. You could be nice and harvest one of the prisoner's kidneys and give it to Izzy as a present. I don't want to risk any of these prisoners dying at the 13th hour. I believe at least one person must settle the new colony before you can use transport pods, otherwise they get lost. What? Really? Really? Let's test that. What if we were to load this with TBW? Go on, TBW, get yourself in there. And I were to launch him here. No, it forms a caravan there. So, you are hopefully full of rubbish. Get out of there, TBW. There we go. Whew. I was worried I wouldn't be able to stick him in. Yeah. You must just like tight spaces. At least Shashil said they believe that's how it goes. Otherwise I would have immediately smashed them down for making such bold but wrong assertions. Paid raid. The Baroness of the Orange Dominion is traveling near Tiberius. She's being followed by tribespeople. They want your help using signals to draw them towards Tiberius. If you do, the tribespeople will activate a site nearby to harass you. There's a military staging area guarded by blah 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 blah. 9 royal favor is good, but we're a bit busy. We can't accept that right now. Did Jake give me a proper burial, says Mort. Sure. Sure. He accidentally fed your corpse to the prisoner. Yeah, that's exactly how it went down. I feel so violated. Alright, Mort, I'm not a monster. Animal corpses allowed. I still can't put Mort in there. How do I bury Mort? I had this problem before. I don't know how I solved it either. There we go. Needed to be more important. There. Grave for Mort. Don't worry, even in death you continued to serve. Christ, what an awful room to be getting it on in, but get it on they do. High opinion of your lover, and getting some loving lasts for a while. Good, that'll expire just in time for you to arrive at your new destination. How much will you get by selling the slaves? Apparently people don't want them because they're too invalid. Somewhat impressive barrack. My prison barrack is impressive. I like it. Must have really skull screwed them if they're thinking that. Izzy's injuries are going away, which is rather nice. Well, not that. That is very not going away. We definitely need more medicine. Requires crafting and intellect 4. I don't think we have that between us. Does anyone have intellect? Nope, we're not making medicine then. I will need to tell my people to eat pemmican, though. I will need a new food restriction, which is pemmican plus paste. Oh, it didn't take the plus. Anyway, no food whatsoever, no corpses, except pemmican and nutrient paste meal. Ah, one more day and off they trot. Still making the beers, good. Okay, the drifter's off, and they're certainly drifting. Okay. What's the problem? Withdrawal. Well, get out of here before you cause any problems. This is like some kind of comedy. Maybe uncheck allow rotten. I forget what I had that on. Probably the new food restriction that I had. Cheers. Brute Queen and Rook are now bonded. Oh man, TBW is not going to be happy being away from his bonded animal for a while. He didn't cut Izzy's legs off by mistake, it looks like it, doesn't it? Massive tolerance for wake up. Get out of here, jeez. Feels like the door itself just thrusts you through. Making Euristo look like an Olympic runner. There we go. Somehow that counts as healthfully leaving the map. Enough for Inlia to be a bit happier with us. What's up with the butchering? We don't appear to be doing it whatsoever. Ah, the radius is too short. Need that turkey carved up. Smoke leaf leaves are meant to go here. There's something else that's not meant to, but is set for that. Oh yeah, it was the rice for making pemmican. Well, we don't need that anymore. Grand. Too many periods of silence in this game without the music. I wonder if there's not an option to have the music not keep cutting out. I know it's doing it on purpose, but it doesn't mean I want it working that way. Maybe there's a mod for it. I like the fact that it plays relevant music. It'll give you the militarist stuff when you're under attack, for example. But lack of background music always makes me nervous. Alright, these hops are good enough. I need rice. These prisoners have eaten through all my food. Oh, finally. Right. Carry them to the shuttle. I want them all taken away to the shuttle, please. Let's get rid of these guys that have cost us so much. Oh, conveniently close. Off you trot. Wonderful. Okay. Small problem that I should have foreseen is that Brute is now going to be quite unhappy, I imagine. Quest is completed, yes. Pods arrived with my staff. Okay, good. Ah, yes, the psychic amplifier will be good for you. She demands da-da-da-da-da. Okay, well, let's hope she doesn't immediately claim that she doesn't have good enough stuff. That should be okay. I will, however, insist that you upgrade that. Wait, Muley is busy doing it. Upgrade. So it's not so good as a weapon. I like you having that. How heavy is it? 1.2 kilos. In which case, you should be holding on to that. She's automatically learned focus. Physically focuses, da-da-da. Sight, hearing, and moving capacities all get better. Nice, that could be useful for pretty much everything. and I will definitely forget to use it forever. Just Win says, hey, am I still alive or did you eat me? I'm pretty sure you're still alive. There we go. And you're also pregnant. Wait, how long does pregnancy take on a cow? Only 20 days, thank goodness. We'll have some decent animals going yet. Just had a thought, how am I meant to bring over all the others? Ah, well no, they'll be going over with the animals, of course, once the others have set up the initial colony. And tomorrow is when we set up the initial colony, so we need to finish up everything that he's doing today. There's still a lot of room for more stuff in these. But I think the first priority will be building something resembling a home. Just a small cabin to begin with is all we really need. But then I want to send over all the other goodies. We've got plenty of steel to both send over and to make transport pods out of. And we have chem fuel. No more hay. Oh, but one thing is this hay is almost good to grow. I think we'll cut it down now. I know we get less hay this way, but we're not going to have any hands on deck for the harvest otherwise. I think I'm just going to disallow all of these and order the harvest as well. Come on, TBW, harvesting is what you're all about. Pemichem creation is now suspended. And there we go, hay for these creatures just to keep them going for a while. I just hoover it up. Halt got better with plants. I love level ups that go that are below 10. Oh, the ash is gone. These devil strands might actually grow eventually. Wouldn't count on it, but it's possible. Let's... I guess it doesn't hurt to sow, does it? I don't want to anyway. Don't sow. Waste of time. We have no time. Let's also suspend the warp making and get the stuff filled out instead. Whoa, now I would really rather you filled up these fermenting barrels. Ah, Christ, it does not stack. Alright, forget it, you need a good night's sleep. Big day tomorrow. Exotic goods trader, what do you have for us? More of the drugs that I like, more components that I like. Glitter World medicine as well. Brain wiring. Compact weaponry, skill and hardening, training, Cyblock stun, mind screw, elbow blade. Doomsday rocket launcher. Single use massive destruction. A lot of tempting things they have right there. Plasteel insanity lance. They tempt me with many things, but advanced components are the definite things you want. More components are good components. And I can get rid of my drugs for this. Just sell off the flake. I don't really need high explosive shells right now, but I think just sell the flake for this. Get the components. Much as these other things look awesome, I think I'm going to pass on them. That stunned Psy Trainer looks interesting. Momentarily disrupt the motor function in a target's brain, preventing any movement. Only lasts for 3 seconds, though. Skin hardening. Can I please request hardened skin so you can charge me into battle recklessly? Hardened skin. This one. View armor skin gland. Makes you ugly. That might be a problem for your new relationship, but it does make you very armored. The cost on these is outrageous though, so forget it. Oh, now we got ourselves a baby calf. And it's a female. Good. Franconians got a lot of work to do. And hopefully this hay will last a bit longer and keep us going. Okay, sleep up everybody, especially you, since you didn't get to bed at a good time. There's a lot to be done in the morning. Oh yeah, lots of cow inbreeding to be done. We do name our cows right now though, so let's give you a name. Anybody want to be a cow? Too late, this guy's going to be McCain. Alright, once everybody starts waking up, Brute Queen's already on the go. Alright, up you get. You as well, TBW. Places to be and people to kill. What will the remaining colonists eat? There's not a lot left in the hoppers. There's pemmican. You're right, there's a lot left in the hoppers. They're meant to be harvesting, but harvest they do not. There we go. Just get some harvesting done so the others have something to eat. Not a lot to eat, but there you go. Oh well, can't worry about that too much. TBW, you're going in. There's still plenty of space for more. In fact, I can shove Zulu in there with you. Because who's staying behind again? It's Brute and Hot, right? I forget. Who did we decide would stay behind? Yeah, Brute and Hot. But Hot and Ooglu want to be together. They're not going to be happy about that. Send some medicine with them as well. That's a great point. You know what? I can just send off 2 of them for now and then have this one as a wild card to be sent. However, yes, medicine will be needed. Don't have a lot of good medicine. I think we'll just send over a full batch of 25 herbal medicine. And then they're gonna be out of here. Why are your people so unsettlingly happy? Because they survived against all odds, probably. Okay. In you get TBW and Zulu. In you get Ooglu. There's still space for more. Feels like a waste if we don't send in other stuff. What would we even send with them? Some more smokes. They all carry 2 smokes and 2 beers. And we can quickly send more over if need be. Send some steel. Yeah, we can send as much steel as possible. Caravan will be immobile if you send the pods to an empty tile. Continue anyway? That's fine. Please load that pod. Okay, those that remain really have to consider what they're going to be doing. If it's just Hot and Brute, Then Brute needs to be the new doctor. Hunting. Let's see. Cooking is now... once people are fired off, we'll figure that out. But somebody needs to harvest that rice. Off you guys go. So if I select you and you, we launch as a group. And we're going to form our new caravan here. Good luck and Godspeed. Godspeed. Immobile caravan. Okay, sure. Then just settle there. Rough Randy transport pods shot down. Please God, no. Imagine if they arrived injured. They're all encapped. Okay, right bang in the center of this. Oh my. Without anything to do. And got tons of guinea pigs. Well, at least the food is here for us. How about the steamy geysers? Jeez. Yeah, at least it's warm enough right now, but how are they going to do anything? No, don't eat the guineas. Oh, there's plenty for us to eat. Alpacas. Alpacas give amazing wool. On top of that, they're pack animals. And they eat vegetables and stuff. Still, though, we have enough animals, so I don't think we need more. There's a good growing spot down there. But I want to be a bit more central. We weren't central at all last time. We could... That's mud and rich soil. That's rich soil. The stream is but a trickle. That mountain looks like a great place for a base, doesn't it? Just. You know, if we set up here, and then this is our good growing area, that'd be alright. Why settle a new colony, Jake? The old one got burned down. I got bummed out. I needed something new. Okay, right. First things first. Ooglu, I trust you are okay with cutting things down. Harvest, grow, mine, drill, da-da-da-da-da. Well, your plant cut kind of blows, doesn't it? Your construction is great, but you might have to help with the plant cutting anyway. Because your order is to chop wood around here so that we have a lot of wood to play with until we can get better materials. Then you're going to set up a basic shack, and from there we grow and grow. Excellent. Extremely low expectations is what I want around here. Keeps people nice and happy for at least a wee while. Alright, you guys are getting that rice. It'll keep you alive at least. And I'm going to want some new transport pods so you can send over more supplies for them. This one, for example, I would really like it if it got a load of bricks for them to use. Oh, good question is, what kind of stuff do they have out there? Judkins? What an awful name. Granite, marble, and slate. Forget slate. Granite and marble are the two best. And we got them both. Sweet, I didn't even check. Surrounded by limestone and granite? Yeah, lucky us. I only know how to cut people and animals, says Ooglu. Well, the animals aren't there yet. You're going to have to prepare. Regardless. Still, there's slate there, right? So there's no problem pumping out all my slate. Thank God we have the reload mod for this. Every slate block you can manage, which is not a lot. Then they'll have that sent over with some extra pemmican. Okay. Where are your friends at? Oh, they're arriving. Wait, Uglu's just taking a nap. Oh, right, you need to... Wait, what? Settle there, you fools! Okay, just arrive at the very edge there. Wait, where's all your stuff? Okay, they're carrying the pemmican. Phew! No pod, but that'll do, I guess. Pemmican, some steel, some components. Excellent. Alright, and it's only 11 o'clock, so there's loads of time for them to cut this down and build up a base. I need to set hot and brute to be at least self-sufficient here. I'm sure they'll be fine, but they still need to at least harvest that rice, so who among them is the best for harvesting? That would be hot. Please get harvesting, and let's get rid of all the useless things that they don't really need to do. Refueling or rearming, sure, there's no wardening to be done, so it's not important that it's there or not. Handling and training is still good to have there. Since we have people to handle and train, there's no need to cook, I guess, but that is filling food hoppers. Needs to be done. Forget butchering, forget brewing. Hunting may or may not be needed, but I'm not making Hot do that with a minigun. Repairing, deconstructing, harvesting still needs to be done, I'm sorry to say. Not growing though, forget growing. Plant cutting, drugs, fabrication, machining, smithing, tailoring. There's no passion for drugs and no knowledge to do it either. Alright, so you two should be okay. You, I imagine, will get that rice harvested and at least give you stuff to eat for a while. As for the rest of you folks, we need to tell you that you can eat pemmican and paste, so you don't starve out there. Great. Extremely low expectations. Comes naturally, right, TBW? You have no bedroom, but we'll fix all of that. But we will fix it in the next episode, because there's a lot to take in here. A lot of time is needed to set it all up, and this has just prolonged this RimWorld campaign by a lot more than I was expecting to. I was honestly wondering if it was going to end quite soon, because it felt like we had a very stable thing going, and I just wanted to go and slay some aristocrats or die trying, and that would be it. But now I'm quite excited at the prospect of setting up a new base here. Is that surface gold? It is surface gold. Lovely. Okay, well then, we'll get that done, but we'll get it done next time, because I'm going to be back in a couple hours with some EU4. So until then, for me, it's a cheers and a cheerio.